Hey folks, Randy here doing cut and trim. I want to help folks out on here as much as I can, and figured I'd share one of the strategies I'm using this year. It's the marketing strategy I use to get customers. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't like to spend money on hardly anything, and that's definitely true for marketing. I just can't see spending money on something that has as low a rate of return as pretty much any marketing effort has. I know a guy that spends $40,000 a year on Google AdWords, and I just I just can't imagine spending that. It's just this is going to be my 4th season in the lawn business, my 3rd full time. And in that time, I've spent a grand total of $300 on marketing, all of which I spent in 2016. I regret pretty much every dime of it. I bought some new business cards. I had updated my business cards. And that cost me about 50 bucks. And I got 50 Bandit signs, which cost me about 250. In 2016, I put out about half of the Bandit signs and got 2 phone calls. 2. Now, the fortunate thing is I did sign up 1 customer, and that customer's been with me ever since. So they've more than paid for the Bandit signs, but honestly, I spent 250, put out half of them. So basically I spent $125 to get 1 customer. I got a feeling I could have just gone to a customer and said, if you'll sign up for my lawn business, I'll give you $100. And I bet somebody would have signed up for that deal, and it would have been a lot less effort. So I just don't like spending money on marketing. But what I do like to do is to utilize as many of the free opportunities to market as possible. Some of these strategies are new to me this season, and some of them I've been doing since the beginning. The first thing I'm doing is I post on Craigslist every single day. I do this, it's pretty easy to do. I have a document where I've written up my Craigslist ad, and then I have a folder with about 18 to 20 pictures in it. And every morning I get up, make my coffee, and I sit down and I post at least 3 ads on Craigslist. Usually I try and post more, but Craigslist is pretty good about, I found out recently, it's pretty good about figuring out that you're doing that and just deleting them. But you can post at least 3 a day. And I start posting them now. It's February. Nobody's getting their grass cut in my area right now. They won't be getting their grass cut for another probably 6 or 7 weeks. But the reason I start posting Craigslist ads now is you can post a minimum of 3 per day, and those ads are good for 45 days. So ads I post now will still be live in mid-March, around the time people start looking for a new lawn service if they need one. And the reason I want to do it now is because you can renew those Craigslist ads. And so if you post 3 every day for 45 days, that is 135 ads. And so you'll have 135 ads on that Craigslist page. Almost guarantee you that's going to be more than what anybody else has. In my area, there are 2 Craigslist pages. One gets about 50 million hits per month. The other gets 1 million hits per month. I don't even bother posting on the 50 million hits Craigslist. Because you know what? There's a lot of junk on there. A lot of junk. And if I post this morning, within 2 hours, my post isn't even on the first page of Craigslist anymore. So I post on the Craigslist page that gets about 1 million hits per month. Because with that one, last year, when lawn season started, there were a grand total of 300 ads on that Craigslist page, and 175 of them were mine. I signed up a lot of customers through that. If you've got the option of posting on a really large Craigslist page and a smaller Craigslist page, go with the smaller one. Just as you'll get higher quality leads there. because there's not as much supply and the customers just tend to be better. In Maryland, where I am, I don't know if other states have this, we have something called the Maryland Pennysaver. Don't get a lot of customers on there, but if you do get one, they stay. I've got a customer that I got on the Pennysaver. I got her in 2000, I guess that would have been 2015, and I still have her now, and actually have got the commercial property that she acquired. So if your area has like a local classifieds section, or online or wherever, take advantage of that, because anybody that's looking on there, it's probably going to be a higher quality lead than on Craigslist or some of these other places. This year I'm also going to put out the remainder of the Bandit signs I have. I've got about 25 of them left. But I'm going to do it a little different this year than I did in 2016 when I put them out. This time, instead of spreading them out over the course of 3 cities, I think that might be part of the reason I got a low return on them, and I think I put them out too early. So this time around, I'm only putting them in one city, but I'm only putting them in one section of that city. 80% of my lawns are in one zip code. That's how I like it. That keeps my route nice and dense and makes it so I can get a lot of lawns done in a short amount of time. And so to that end, there are 2 major highways that run through my service area, the service area that I'd like to have the most growth in. And so I'm going to put the yard signs, or Bandit signs, in those areas. I don't just put them randomly. First off, I don't put them on private property ever. No fast food restaurants, no banks, nothing like that. I know a lot of guys do it and they've never had an issue, but it just doesn't feel right to me. So I only put them on public areas. And I put them in places where I think people are going to sit and be able to see them. So I don't put them at stop signs, but I will put them at stop lights, left-hand turns, primarily. That's actually my favorite place to put these things, is at left-hand turns. Chances are, if you got to turn left, you're going to be sitting there for a couple minutes, and my nice pretty sign will be right there. And then the last thing I'm going to do this year is I have about 400 business cards that we've written down a price on them. In the service area I am in, 95% of the customers in this area qualify for my $35 cut. And so we've got around 400 business cards with obviously all our info on it. And then written on it, your lawn, $35 per cut. And I'm going to walk around in 2 or 3 neighborhoods that I really want to grow in. And we're going to put these business cards on everybody's door. Now I know that's a low rate of return. I'll be lucky if I get 1 out of 100. But it'll be my time I'm spending. And I don't mind spending my time. I just don't like spending my money. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, the total cost out of pocket for the marketing that we're going to be doing this year is going to be zero. All the spending is from when I bought the business cards and Bandit signs back in 2016. So I'm happy about that. We're not going to be spending any money. And I know this system is effective. Last year, I marketed on Craigslist only and was able to generate over 200 leads over the course of the season. And we were able to make pretty decent money off of those leads. Contrary to what people will tell you, leads off of Craigslist aren't as bad as you'd think. You just need to pre-qualify them. In my ads, it all says my starting price is $35. In my area, there's a lot of folks that start at $25. So all the low ballers, bottom feeders, all those types of customers, they don't even call me because they know they're going to get it cheaper. And they're looking for the cheapest price. They know it's not me, so they don't even bother me. But using these free avenues of marketing, I'll be able to grow my business well over what I was able to grow it last year. And so that's the system we're using this year. Not spending any money on Facebook, not spending any money on Google, definitely not spending any money on Yelp. Goodness gracious, those people. That's the marketing strategy we're going to be using in 2018. The Craigslist ads and the Pennysaver ads, we're going to be posting those all year. Last year, we only posted ads on Craigslist. I think we stopped posting in May. We generated over 200 leads over the course of the year last year. This year, we're going to be posting on Craigslist the entire season. And we'll be posting on Pennysaver the entire season. And I can't wait to see what happens. My goal is to generate 400 leads. I'll be happy with 300, but my goal is 400. So we'll see what happens. I hope this was helpful. If anybody else has got any good free marketing ideas, I'd love to hear them, because I'm all about the free stuff, man. So have a good one. Hope everybody has a good season.